After 15 grueling episodes, I'm pretty confident in calling The Pitt the best show of 2025. It's going to take something truly spectacular to come along and change that sentiment, because HBO have absolutely struck gold with this one. When it comes to medical dramas, we generally tend to get one of two types of show. On the one hand, we get the melodramatic, overly stylized soap opera with varying degrees of success. Grey's Anatomy, the earlier seasons at least, Chicago Med, and some of the K-drama offerings like Dr. Romantic definitely slip into this category. On the other hand, we get gritty, realistic shows like The Trauma Code, ER, or Code Black, and that's not even counting the comedic side with shows like Scrubs or the witty brilliance of House MD. Undoubtedly, there is a lot of choice in this field, which makes it even more impressive that The Pitt doesn't just deliver a great season of TV, it makes a strong case to be labelled as the best medical show of all time. The Pitt has been touted as extremely realistic, and there are a ton of YouTube reactions from medical professionals that will back up those sentiments. However, it's not just the realism that sets this one apart. Combining elements of ER, The Trauma Code, and 24, the show shines a spotlight on a busy ER in a Pittsburgh hospital, along with all the trials and tribulations that go into that. Our main protagonist here is Robbie, the ER's senior doctor who is also haunted by the loss of his mentor, Dr. Adamson. He died during the COVID-19 pandemic, and it hit Robbie hard. He's still grappling with this, and on the 5-year anniversary since his passing, Robbie's emotions are just as raw as they once were. Despite his inner demons though, Robbie runs a tight ship, helped along by charge nurse Dana Evans, who helps keep the ER ticking over. Alongside these two are a complete hodgepodge of different medical professionals, including interns Whitaker, Shivadi, and Santos, experiencing a baptism by fire on their first day. Dr. Collins is also dealing with her secret pregnancy here, and there's a whole bunch of other colourful characters in between. Across the 15 episodes, The Pitt takes on a pretty simple but very effective structure. Each episode works as an hour in real time, a la 24, with the doctors treating a mix of long-term patients that spill over to multiple episodes, and simple in and out guys and gals who only show up for parts of an episode. Within this structure, there's a mix of long-form storytelling and shorter bursts of drama. The long-form stories are mostly character-driven, with an ongoing mystery surrounding drugs being tampered with at the pharmacy, Collins' aforementioned pregnancy, and Robbie's trauma, to name a few. Toward the end of the season, the structure of the show takes a hard whiplash turn as a massive tragedy causes the ER to become overwhelmed. It's here where the characters are really thrown through the ringer, and in doing so, we see exactly how these doctors handle the pressure, or not, as the case may be. There's a rich mix of cases, both emotional and procedural, that span the season, and The Pitt is not shy about getting up close and personal with surgeries, procedures, and everything in between. The camera lingers on plenty of open chests and surgical cuts, and those squeamish to blood, guts, and all that icky stuff in between may want to be prepared going into this one. Furthermore, that realism factor plays into the dialogue too, which includes a ton of medical terminology thrown in for good measure. There are some nods to the audience and dumbing down of certain phrases, but largely this is a medical show that confidently struts its stuff and sticks to its guns. This aforementioned realism spills over to every part of The Pitt, and to be honest, the makeup, costuming, and set design teams deserve a ton of credit here. Seeing little spills of blood on the floor, the messy ER rooms, and the progressively untidy and unkempt outfits and hair for our doctors as the episodes tick by is incredibly well done. The acting is excellent too, and honestly, if Noah Wyle doesn't win awards for his performance as Robbie, it'll be a shocking snub. Alongside him though, it's worth noting Dr. Langdon too, played to perfection by Patrick Ball, a man who, I may add, has one acting credit before this on an episode of Law & Order. He's definitely one to watch for the future. It's hard to find many flaws with this one, but if there's one gripe I have, it comes from Dr. Santos' character. While she does become more well-rounded towards the end, for much of the season she very much plays into that cliched, flawless female lead trope. Arrogant, abrasive, bit of a know-it-all, and lacking dimension. As I said, by the end she does soften a little, with the finale doing well to close out her character on a high, but it's quite annoying to find this modern trope for female characters worm its way into this medical show. This gripe aside though, it's hard to underline just how impressive The Pitt actually is. The show is incredibly well written from start to finish, with great character arcs and an underlying pressure and tension that makes it so riveting to watch. If you haven't already, add The Pitt to your watch list. This isn't just a must watch, it's a benchmark for modern medical dramas. Thanks for watching, and do let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Smash a like or subscribe to the channel, your support is very much appreciated. I'm Greg Wheeler, and from all of us over here at The Review Geek, I'll see you on the next video.